Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we try to make sense of the financial world one filing at a time. And today it looks like some folks are getting ready for a potential big shakeup, or at least they're planning for it. Alright, so what we're looking at here is a current report, a Form 8K from Brown-Forman Corporation. This isn't a quarterly or annual report, so it is usually about a specific, significant event that happened. And for Brown-Forman, the big news on the 31st of October 2025 is the adoption of a new plan. And it's called the Executive Change in Control Severance Plan. Now, that sounds a bit fancy, but let's break down what it actually means for the top brass. Basically, Brown-Forman is putting a cushion in place for its key leaders. Think of it like an insurance policy for their jobs, but specifically tied to big changes, like if the company is bought out or goes through a major shift in control. This plan is designed to keep their top people focused and dedicated, even if they see big changes potentially happening around them. So this plan covers participants, which includes their executive leadership team and other important employees. It kicks in if their job is suddenly ended through no fault of their own. And this happens within a specific window around a change in control. This window starts a month before a potential buyout or big change and lasts for 2 years afterwards. It seems like they're trying to make sure that if something major is in the works, their leaders won't jump ship or get distracted. Now, let's look at what Brown-Forman is actually listed on the stock exchange for. They have Class A and Class B common stock and some notes which are basically loans the company has taken out due in 2026 and 2028. And it is on the New York Stock Exchange, same as many big companies, so they're a pretty significant player. This is the core of the filing. This section tells us why they're filing this report. The main event is the approval of this new severance plan. This is the heart of the matter. The plan is about providing severance pay and benefits. If a participant is involuntarily terminated, meaning they get fired without cause during this critical change in control protection period, and they meet certain conditions, they are entitled to a package. So what does this package look like? It is pretty substantial. First off, they'll get any annual bonus they've already earned but haven't been paid. Then there is a cash payment based on their salary. For the chief executive officer, this multiple is 3 times their salary plus their target bonus. For other executives, it is 2 times their salary plus their target bonus. This is a pretty significant payout, designed to make sure they're compensated well even if they lose their job unexpectedly. On top of that, they get 18 months of Cobra Health insurance premiums paid. That is a big one, as healthcare costs can be immense. And importantly, any stock options or other equity awards that haven't vested yet will become fully vested immediately. This means they can cash in on those awards, even if they were supposed to wait. They also get outplacement services, which is basically help finding a new job, and a lump sum payment for tax preparation. Now, there are some strings attached, of course. To get all these benefits, the executive has to sign a release, basically agreeing not to sue the company. They also have to agree to confidentiality and not to speak ill of the company after they leave. This is pretty standard in these kinds of agreements. The filing also points to Exhibit 10.1, which is the full text of this severance plan. We won't go through the whole legal document here, but know that it is there if you want to dig into the nitty-gritty legal details. This section just lists the exhibits that are part of this filing. The important one here is the severance plan itself. And finally, we have the signatures confirming that Brown-Forman Corporation officially filed this report. Michael E. Carr, Jr., the Executive Vice President, General Counsel, and Corporate Secretary, has signed off on this. So, what is the story here? Brown-Forman is proactively setting up a robust severance package for its top executives. This usually signals a few things. 1, they're serious about retaining their talent, wanting to ensure stability at the top, especially if the company is ever in play for an acquisition or a major strategic shift. 2, it could be a sign that the board foresees potential changes or is preparing for them. It's a way to incentivize leaders to stay put and focus during uncertain times. While there are no specific financial numbers in this particular filing detailing company performance, just the plan itself, the existence of such a plan, and the specifics of those severance multiples highlight the high value placed on their executive leadership. This kind of planning, while standard for large corporations, also means significant potential payouts for executives if a change in control does happen. It's definitely something to keep an eye on for any Brown-Forman investors or those following the spirits industry closely. Now, looking at this filing more broadly, it doesn't give us the typical financial performance numbers we'd see in a quarterly report. The focus is entirely on this new severance plan. However, this type of filing often comes when there is something significant happening internally or strategically. Brown-Forman, known for brands like Jack Daniels, is in a competitive market. Implementing such a plan could be a defensive measure or a signal about future strategic directions. It demonstrates a commitment to their leadership, but also comes with a significant potential cost if a change in control occurs. The key takeaway here is that leadership and stability are being prioritized. Alright, that is our breakdown of Brown-Forman's latest filing. What is your take on this new executive severance plan and what it might signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps us out, and subscribe for more deep dives into corporate filings. And don't forget to check out our Discord community, linked in the description, for more discussions and insights. Thanks for watching. See you next time.